Welcome back. Our vet expert, Dr. David Graff, is here to answer your questions. But first, we'll talk about who we have here.
His name's Kevin. He's from the Cedar Rapids Animal Care and Control. He will be available for adoption after Friday, right? After Friday.
After Friday.
Yep.
How old?
He looks like he's about three and a half months old.
Just a baby. Oh, so
Yep.
cute.
He's a nice little kitty.
Great. Okay, so we wanted to talk a little bit about the other side of our pets, our dogs. Some of them seizures. What to do? So,
I had one come in this morning that has seizures, and the thing I wanted to talk about is if your dog has a seizure, what do you do? Because that's a very frightening thing to see your dog go through a seizure. And rule number one is don't panic, and because we all want to do that. Rule number two, stand back and let them seizure. If you give them any stimulation, you can prolong the seizure. They're not going to swallow their tongue. They're not going to probably hurt themselves. So stand back and let it happen. Number three, look at your watch and see when it started. It always seems like it lasts a long time. It's usually only 30 seconds to a minute. They're usually pretty short. And number four, call your veterinarian and tell them that your dog had a seizure. Now, if your dog comes out of the seizure in just a minute or two, it's probably not a medical emergency, though you should take your dog in and have it checked, definitely, to find out the cause.
So it's not something where we should, as soon as the seizure's over, hop in the car?
Correct.
Okay, so just make sure to call your vet, and it's usually not a medical emergency. Okay, is there any other information about that we need to get out, or anything else coming up this season that we need to talk about for our pets?
Well, I've been getting a lot of calls on fireworks, and yes, there is medicine that you can take. A lady called this morning. She says, I don't want to give my dog medicine, but what can I do? And you can find a room that has good soundproofing. That's an option. You can play soothing music very loudly, and that may cover up the sound of fireworks. Yeah,
that's very important because a lot of people are really concerned about those fireworks. I know my dog, every time we're outside, it's kind of ducking, so good information for the season. Anything else, Dr. Graff, we need to share today?
Just make sure that you remember to get a health certificate if you're going on vacation with your pet.
All right.
Every state requires that your pet have a health certificate to cross state lines.
Okay, well, it's good information. Well, thank you so much for being here this morning, Dr. Graff. And then coming up tomorrow, we will have our financial expert here at midday. Stay with your 24-hour news source, KCRG-TV 9.